Okay, real quick, those children where they have ring for court over Endbadgovernance protest, the President people ordered that they should be released immediately. They have been released today, and not just them, everybody that we arrested and being charged over that protest and everything, everybody has been released. As a matter of fact, the children are going, those of them from Kano are going to meet the Kano state governor today. Shetima and I carry them go to hand them over to the Kano state governor for proper orientation, and that they should be taken care of because these people have really suffered. Let me show you this video.
A federal high court in Abuja has struck out the suit against 119 protesters charged over the nationwide #Endbadgovernance protest. The judge ordered their immediate release from prison. The trial judge, Justice Obiora Egwatu, struck out the suit following an application by the counsel to the Attorney General of the Federation, Mohammed Abubakar, to take over and discontinue the suit. Okay. The Attorney General of the Federation, Lateef Fagbemi, who was represented by the Director of Public Prosecution of the Federation, Mohammed Abubakar, had at the proceedings announced his exercise of his power of Section 174 of the 1999 Constitution to take over the case from the Inspector General of Police. After granting the request by Justice Egwatu, the AGF proceeded to request for invocation of the same section of the Constitution to discontinue the trial of the 119 accused persons. Okay. And following no objections to the requests from various lawyers representing the accused persons, Justice Egwatu granted the request and struck out the charges.
All right. Those are the children there.
Over now to Kano State, where officials of the state government, led by the spokesman to the governor, Mr. Sanusi Baturi, have welcomed the decision of the Federal High Court, which struck out the charges against some #Endbadgovernance protesters arrested from Kano. The team was at the court in Abuja to show solidarity with the teenagers who were being moved to the presidential villa, where they will be officially handed over to the Kano State Governor, Mr. Abba Yusuf. They will be moved to Kano today by air in the evening for rehabilitation and subsequent handover to their families. The Vice President, Kashim Shettima, is expected to formally hand over the victims to Kano State, to the governor to be precise, at the presidential villa.
Okay, so let's now go to section 124 of the 1999 Constitution, because according to this gist now, it's not as if their lawyers won in court. No, the Attorney General took over the case. He got his lawyer involved in the case. His lawyer came to court and told the court that the Attorney General is taking over the case from the Inspector General of Police, and they want to end the case immediately. The next question is, does the Attorney General have the power to do that? He cited the Constitution and the powers of his office. Let's go there and see what it says. Section 174 of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria grants the Attorney General of the Federation the power to initiate and undertake criminal proceedings against any person in any court of law in Nigeria except a court martial, enter a null prosecute to end criminal proceedings against anyone on trial in a Nigerian court. So according to the Constitution, section 174, forgive me, I was saying 124, 174 gives the Attorney General the power to undertake any criminal case established against any person in this country, and that is what he has done in the case of these children. Now the presidency knows that what they have done was wrong, right? So why police, they tell us that what they have done was right, so they know that what they are doing was wrong, or they don't have enough knowledge to know that it was wrong. Because just now, police spokesperson, they tell us that they can charge a child above 7 years. That's the most dumb statement I've heard this year. In an adult court, you're telling us that you can charge somebody of 10, 11, 12, 13 in an adult court. You are charging somebody for an offense that the person does not even know the definition. Those children don't understand the definition of what you are trying them for. So they grow up in prison. That person asks them at the age of 30, why did you come to prison when you were 13? They say I do one thing when I don't know the name. The only reason why there's an adult court is because an adult understands the level of the crime that is committing, so should answer for it. But here we have children who do not understand the level of what you're accusing them for, and you want to deal with them and punish them for it. And the people who maltreated those children in prison should be sentenced to that in prison. They are wicked. Even if the police they overdo, Nigerian prisons should open eye, maltreat children like that. We heartless of this country. Oh. You don't even look, say they be children. If you can do this to children, only God knows what you are doing to pregnant women in those your prisons. To the extent that some of the children were collapsing. If nobody is prosecuted because of this case, it will pain me.